Hi everybody, this is Madeline with Tesoro Distinguido, and today I wanted to come to you to share a few things about Total Supplement and answer some of the questions that I get most of the time. And I absolutely love to answer questions and be a part of your horse's health journey. So today, without further ado, I wanted to talk about why we need a supplement or why we wouldn't need a supplement. Do we really need a supplement? Sometimes we do, and I'm not saying that Total Supplement is something that every single horse will need, but it is a fantastic product. And in my personal opinion, I do believe that most horses do need a supplement, especially if we're putting more on them than our feed can handle. And some of the biggest things that we can really see as to reasons why we might want to look at a supplement is for small things like your health of your coat. If your coat color or your hair is just really not looking that great, it's probably lacking a few B vitamins in the mixture that you're currently feeding. Or if your horse has a lot of inflammation, you might want to check out the feed and then discover whether or not there's underlying conditions and then whether a supplement is needed. Another issue that you might come across with your horses is gut health. Do we really need a total supplement for gut health? More than likely, yes. So probiotics are very important, especially when you have horses that are stalled up. You really want to have something that's going to have the ability to hit the hind gut and not just something that just is a powder thrown in with a bunch of prebiotics and probiotics and call it a total gut health. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. But something that we really notice when we talk about gut health is if your horse is experiencing a lot of ulcers, if it's constantly colicking, or if your horse has a lot of stress and they typically look more bloated than they do muscular. Some of the biggest things that I've really noticed with Total Supplement is that it has the ability to protect and prevent all of those. In addition, some other things that we might look for is if you have poor hoof quality, especially when you have horses that are like draft horses or you're riding them a lot on the streets, things like that, and you just have a really poor hoof quality, you might notice that your horse could really benefit from something that will help your horse's feet harden, have less cracks, and overall just be able to maintain throughout different weathers and parts of the country. So some other issues that I typically will come across is weight gain and weight loss. A lot of times when our horses are not necessarily digesting our feed properly, it can cause a big issue. So I always tell people, go ahead and take a look at the feed first that you're feeding and make sure that you're giving them all that you can and giving them the best of the best. So when we're looking at feed, we're not necessarily just saying add a supplement to it. It's going to make everything better. Let's ensure that we have the appropriate feed regimens, and then let's talk about how Total Supplement can enhance that program and perhaps save you some money. So a lot of things that are also some things to look out for that typically do require a supplement that was not generally going to ever be found in just a simple daily feed routine is if your horse is navicular, if your horse has EPM, if your horse has foundered before, if your horse has issues with sugar, if it has pretty much any other kind of issue, typically a supplement of some sort is recommended. But one thing that I always say is it's not necessarily beneficial to just throw in a few extra ingredients and call it a day, because there's a lot of things that what we don't typically realize is that in the science of nutrition, you can't just necessarily add one thing without throwing everything else off, and you need a balanced supplement. So let's talk about why Total Supplement. So Total Supplement is a all-natural product that is capable of being fed to a variety of horses with a variety of issues and backgrounds. It's going to cover everything from A to Z and ensure that you don't need any other supplements such as hair growth supplements, salts and minerals, your additional joint supplements, gut health supplements, your total supplements. And don't worry, I've fallen into that category before where I was feeding 4 or more supplements, and it's not necessarily a good thing. So Total Supplement is really just an all-in-one. It's going to have all of your vitamins and minerals, your nutrients, your enzymes to digest. It's going to have your amino acids for building muscles. It's going to have everything you need for gut health and preventing ulcers. It's even a natural dewormer, and it's kind of funny because our product was never intended to do so, but it is actually scientifically proven to reduce the amount of worms in your horse's system. Isn't that cool? So it really is a lot of different things. We also have colostrum secrets and a special minerals and vitamin blend to ensure that your horse is really getting the most out of it without the necessity of other supplements and even feed. You can feed it with just your favorite grain. A lot of us prefer to use just oats and a handful of alfalfa and some really good hay along with the total supplement. So it really just depends on your feed program. If you're feeding something that you really like, but you just want a little bit more, total supplement just might be the one for you. Another reason that most people really do love total supplement is that the cost is very low. So for as little as $15 a month, maybe even 12, depending on how many horses and the quantity that you buy, it is possible that you can get total supplement for one horse at about $15 a month. For a yearly, let's talk about that. It's for about 11 to 16 months worth for one horse. It's only $205, and we throw in free shipping. We do offer, of course, other quantities and prices, so if you have any questions on pricing, do let me know. But overall, it's a fantastic supplement that is least processed with the least packaging and throwaway material and everything else that drives up the cost, so that way we can deliver you the greatest product at the greatest price. So total supplement is a lot of different things. So total supplement is going to cover your horse from A to Z. Starting out, it is naturally and minimally processed. Our supplement base actually comes from a mine in Nevada, which is chosen as the foundation for the total formula when it was developed by nutritionists in Utah State University and alongside other veterinarians. And something that we really love about it is that it had a lot of different minerals and things naturally in the base, so that way we really didn't have to add in a ton of different chemically made or otherwise processed vitamins and minerals. A lot of times when we look at vitamins, sometimes on many of our competitors' labels, you'll see that there's the first three ingredients are often the largest ingredient, which is going to be a byproduct or a soy something or a dried alfalfa meal or a flax meal, and everything but what you're actually buying. And so it really doesn't do much for your horse when the first three ingredients are anything but what you're trying to supplement for. So when we talk about cost effective and less packaging waste, it just goes into our natural overall brand. Total supplement is shipped in one small plastic bag inside of a box in a USPS flat rate box. It's shipped to you within 1 to 3 days, and we have a little scoop in there. So you just take your product and you transfer it into your recycled containers or one of your choosing. It doesn't necessarily have to be airtight, but it is better if you do have an airtight container, just to ensure that if you have humidity or the weather changes, that you don't really have a lot of issues with the supplement, as it of course is a supplement and a dietary feed. So Ultimate Nutrition, of course, is the biggest impact. It's got all of your vitamins, your minerals required by the horse daily. It's complete in your vitamin B's, and I really love this key factor because it has all of your vitamin B's, all 12. Now, fun fact, 4 of them are actually no longer considered to be a vitamin B, 2 of them are actually no longer considered to be a vitamin, and the other 2 are actually considered to be vitamin R and vitamin K, which don't technically vitamin R and vitamin H, which you don't really hear about a lot because they were technically vitamin B. So they're in the vitamin B family, and they actually have a ton of different benefits. They affect everything from the liver, the eye, the brain, and of course the most popular, which is hair. So it's very important that things like inositol and all of your other B vitamins are in there, your niacin, your riboflavin, and your vitamin B1 through 12. So some other things that are in this product are going to be your antioxidants, which of course are going to be, the major factors that really help the immunity system. In addition, your omega-3s and your omega-6, which are definitely important for the overall health. Again, very much like vitamin Bs, they help with the hoof, your coat, your hair, your brain, your liver, your kidney, all of your system functions. In addition, it's got your essential amino acids, which are your building blocks, more muscle growth, better look overall, conditioning. So definitely your horse will need those amino acids, and technically only 3 amino acids are the ones that can be supplemented in addition to what they would normally take from their hay. Those 3 are the ones that they actually need to have replaced, and you'll see them a lot in feeds. But Some other things would be the toxin binders, your probiotics, your digestive enzymes, and your live yeast, which are all going to be into the gut health of the product, which actually prevents and helps your horse reduce the amount of times that they have ulcers, if not completely get rid of the occurrence of having ulcers, and also prevent them from colicking, as well as a few other things like reducing the amount of bloat and inflammation, moving the system along as it should. And another really great thing is that your horses are much more able to digest the minerals and vitamins that you're already providing, as well as the supplement, just because they have all of your toxin binders and everything in there to ensure that your horse can really absorb everything at a cellular level. So one thing that we talk about is the elimination of nutritional and degenerative diseases, which a lot of times, things like EPM, and I've heard a few others that are just really horrible, especially like the oxidation of muscles. Your horse is basically eating their own muscles alive, and just a lot of different things that can come from a variety of different reasons. So we actually do stand behind our supplement in eliminating and preventing these nutritional and degenerative diseases. In addition, it is also like a natural wormer, which is really great. Our product was actually not intended to be a wormer whatsoever, but through scientific studies, we were actually able to prove that our supplement, through the texture, was actually able to greatly reduce the amount of worms living in the system of the horses. So we don't necessarily say don't worm your horses. We definitely recommend it and stay on a regular schedule, but this is a great product that naturally helps keep worms away. Generally, in Texas, we will worm our horses about two to six times out of the year, just depending on how bad the flies are. But one thing that we really need to make sure is that, we really make sure that we deworm our horses a minimum of 2 times a year, even with the supplement. Again, going back to working on the cellular level, is formulated by doctors of veterinary medicine and, of course, equine nutritionists. And a lot of times your horse is going to exhibit a lot of strength, stamina, resistance to parasites and diseases, just from this product, in addition to being able to really, like I said, have the optimal gut health, and also ensuring that your horse is able to meet all of the dietary requirements for things like health of the hoofs, your immune system, your musculoskeletal system, your nervous system, all of those really important functions. We've kind of hit on avoiding colic. So probiotics is kind of the secret that the horse world is kind of discovering, and a lot of people are kind of on the fence of whether or not they work, even veterinarians. And there is a lot of failure in studies and proper studies to figure out whether or not probiotics are something that we can technically take. But horses' systems are much like ours, and it's kind of interesting the fact that it's something that most humans believe in, but yeah, when we talk about giving them to our horse, it's kind of just like an added insurance that while there's not necessarily anything damning it, nor confirming its viability, many insurance companies, when you do feed a total supplement that includes gut health and probiotics, they actually offer either a discount, or they even offer insurance for free against colic when fed regularly. So probiotics is the secret. Total Supplement is the only formula on the market with the right type and combination of the probiotics. And it's very important that those probiotics can hit the back end of the system, which would be your hind gut. So it's very important that we take a look at the viability, and we really do strongly believe in the gut health performance, which can help avoid colics as well as ulcers, especially if your horse is already getting chronic ulcers. So another thing that we could talk about is the hoof health. You will definitely notice that the hooves are more strong, they're more flexible, and the hooves and the joints are much stronger. Something else that I certainly want to talk about is stallions. Stallions definitely benefit from supplemented vitamin E. They also do really well when you supplement your vitamin C as well as your amino acids. What that does is it actually helps the potency and the fertility and the motility of your semen, and so, well, sperm in the semen. And so it's very important that we are offering our stallions all of the vitamins and nutrition that they need, and oftentimes they do get depleted by being just simply breeding. So it's very important that we offer this to our stallions to just ensure that everything is in place, especially when they're giving so much of themselves in order to help you in your reproduction program. In addition, it is something that would benefit foals greatly, especially your mares in reproduction. Just having the optimal health and the colostrum secrets that we have in our supplement, it really does help your mare stay strong, vibrant, and just really optimal health while carrying a foal and even after delivery. So one thing that we really see a lot is preventing foal heat, which is like heat scours. And with Total, they actually do fill out more quickly and they look a lot better. But it will help with scours. You'll see little to no scouring during the foal heat, and scours is pretty much due to the worms passing through the mother's milk to the foal. So if the mare is on Total supplement, again, our deworming capacity basically helps reduce that and really make sure that you have a healthy foal and healthy milk. And again, with other issues like show coat, obviously it's very important that when we're showing our horses that we really have a horse who looks like they're in their optimal health, and not always is it just about supplementing, just for a hair coat quality. The hair kind of just comes into play after the fact, and you will get much better golden colors if you have a gold or a lighter horse, much more natural colors. You'll also have a lot less fading if your horse is outside, and just a really eye-catching vibrance to the coat, as well as really great hair quality. And again, that kind of comes from the vitamin B complex that we do have in our supplement, which we've kind of talked about briefly. So your vitamin B is going to include all 8, which are still considered vitamin Bs. Again, 4 of them are no longer considered vitamin B, but it will have your inositol, your folate, your biotin, and basically all of these things are going to cover from your nerves, your skin, your eyes, hair, liver, mouth, and healthy muscle tone. All of those things are so important, and vitamin B is a very important complex to have. So we do have the full trace of them. You don't necessarily need to worry if you're going out and you're buying a $20 tub every month of just simple vitamin B12. All of that is actually in our supplement. All of your vitamin A, C, D, E, and K are in there. So all of your water soluble vitamins they just can't be stored in the body. They just kind of flush out. So it's very important that we really maintain a lot and that we have a balanced supplement, because, without one, you can't have the other. And so it's very important that we include all of them. And so your fat soluble vitamins can be stored for longer periods of time in the body's fat tissue, in liver, when you supplement these vitamins. So it's very important. Something else that we could, of course, talk about is the trace minerals and your macro minerals. Calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sulfur, potassium, sodium, iron, manganese, selenium, zinc, just you name it. Your amino acids, choline, methionine, lysine, your probiotics, glucosamine, and your yeast cultures. All of those are so important, and they're needed for the proper composition of the body fluids, as well as the formation of blood and bone, maintenance of healthy nerve function, the regulation of muscle tone, and pretty much everything in the cardiovascular system as well. So when we're talking about trace minerals and macro minerals, they're so very important. And I hope that when you're looking at supplements, again, that you really kind of keep in mind, what are you really getting out of your supplement, why you're needing a supplement, because with Total you really won't need to add any other supplements. It's got all of your joint care, it's got all of your gut health, it's got all of your coat quality shine of your foal, all of that. So it's total supplement. That's why it's actually named Total Supplement. And just to kind of refrain and go back to pricing, it's very simple. We start our orders at as small as 3 pounds, which is $35. 3 pounds is about 48 servings, and it comes out to about 72 cents per serving. So it's a little on the high end. Again, the more that you buy, of course, the lower the price is going to be. So 6 weeks for one horse. or if you're feeding a little bit more, which we can discuss, usually we feed more if you have a draft horse, if you have a horse who is working extra hard, if they are breeding, if they're doing more than just your normal maintenance type keep, you may want to feed 1.5 ounces. So generally speaking, when you're looking at feeding, that 48 servings is just for your regular maintenance. If you just need a little bit of an extra boost, you're going to have all of the benefits in there, but some people just feel like they really need an extra boost, and so that's when we recommend feeding an extra 1/2 ounce on the days that they need it. So that can be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks worth of product for you for $35. Of course, we'll throw in the shipping for free. We do have a 10-pound, which is generally going to be anywhere from 2.5 to 5 months for one horse. Again, it just depends if you're feeding the regular 1 ounce or if you're feeding just 1.5 ounces. So generally for the 2 to 5 months for one horse, it comes out to about 60 cents a day at the regular 1 ounce serving. And of course at 10 pounds is about 160 servings. So when you take a look at that's kind of an important factor. But it is $95, which is a really great deal. Like I said, I was paying $300 a month for the supplements that I was using, so I definitely thought that was a really superb deal. The 30 pounds is going to be about your 1 year. It's 11 to 16 months worth for one horse. So that's where you really kind of come in, and I'm telling you that, I spend about $15 a month. That's because I get the 30-pound quantity. Now that comes out to about 43 cents if you're using just a 1 ounce scoop, and it comes out to 480 servings. That would be your 30 pounds. And, if you wanted to split it between 2 horses, it comes out to about 8 months. So, 4 to 8 months, just depending on, again, the quantity that you choose to use on your horses. So another option that we have, if you have a few more horses, especially 2, is we do offer a 60-pound. Now with the 60-pound, it's $410, and that would be for, I guess, it would be about a year for 2 horses, or it could be about 1 to 3 horses for a year, because we do actually have a special where when you buy 60 pounds, we give you 10 pounds for free. So basically, again, the 10 pounds is $95. We save you $95, and we just throw in the extra supplement for you. And with that, it's about 1,120 servings. It comes out to 36 cents per day or serving. And as well, again, you could feed about 1 to 3 horses for about a year. It just depends on if you're feeding the regular 1 or if you're feeding 1.5. But again, we'll always offer free shipping just as an extra added thank you. So if you have questions and you want to learn more about Total Supplement, you can visit our website, which is www.tesorodistinguido.com. That's TESORODISTINGUIDO.com/Y Total Supplement. So you'll be able to find out all the information that we discussed today. Of course, you can reach out to us through the website or on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, as well as YouTube. You can reach out any of the methods, as well as our pages, Tesoro Distinguido and Total Supplement for Equine on Facebook. We really do love to be a part of your horse's health journey, and we hope that you'll reach out to us with any questions, and of course that you'll give our supplement a try. We definitely don't recommend feeding with any other supplements just because it can be dangerous, especially when you're feeding a lot of the same things in different forms. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I really appreciate you tuning in and watching our video, and I really do look forward to working with you and being a part of your horse health journey. So hope to speak with you soon. Thanks so much and have a fantastic day. Peace, love, Tesoro Distinguido.